There is more fallout from the American president escalating his global trade war. The European Union is postponing a vote on its sweeping trade deal with the U.S. The EU says it needs full clarity on Donald Trump's new blanket tariffs before voting on the trade deal, which was originally made last summer. On Friday, Trump signed an executive order imposing a 10% global tariff, which he's now threatening to raise to 15% after the U.S. Supreme Court struck down his original worldwide tariff order from 2025. The EU will meet with G7 trade ministers for talks on trade uncertainty later this week.
But this means not that we never vote on that. No, we want to have clarity about the situation. We want to have clarity from the United States that they are respecting the deal, because that's a crucial element, that we want to have stability. That's for trade relations important, but this is for specifically important for investment.
Now we simply request clarity from the US so that we can figure out what happens next. It's not more complicated than that.
The decision by the Supreme Court has put the EU-US agreement into question, because what the Europeans negotiated in this agreement are basically that their tariff, which was partially based on this emergency legislation, would be lowered to a maximum of 15%. This also included parts of tariffs that are not subject to the Supreme Court decision, but also that are not affected by this 15% now. So there are these parts still there. It still applies there. But for the other parts now, there's a new tariff that is potentially somewhat higher than what was negotiated in the EU-US agreement.
Since the ruling, I have been in constant touch with my counterparts, and they both reassured me they stand by the deal with the European Union. But it is imperative we keep the process moving forward in implementing our commitments under joint statement. A vote in plenary in March must remain our target, under the condition, of course, that we get more clarity from the United States.